What if the person who destroyed your life was standing right in front of you? Would you choose revenge or mercy? This story about justice and forgiveness completely changed how I think about freedom.
That's quite a profound question to consider. What particular story made you contemplate this?
It's about a successful merchant named Ivan Aksionov in Vladimir, Russia. His life was perfect until his wife had this haunting dream where she saw him return with gray hair. She begged him not to go on an upcoming business trip.
Hmm, those kinds of premonitions always make me uneasy. I'm guessing he didn't listen?
Like most of us would, he laughed it off. But here's where it gets intense. He stays at an inn during his journey, and the next morning, another merchant is found murdered. The authorities discover a bloody knife planted in his belongings.
Oh no, so his wife's dream was actually a warning. What happened next?
Despite his reputation and desperate claims of innocence, he's convicted and exiled to Siberia. Just like that, everything he built, his whole life, gone in an instant.
You know what's fascinating about cases like this? Studies show that wrongful convictions affect not just the individual, but create generational trauma for families. How did he handle this massive injustice?
That's where this story becomes extraordinary. Instead of being consumed by bitterness, which psychological research shows is the typical response to wrongful imprisonment, he undergoes this profound transformation. His hair does turn white, just as predicted, but he becomes known throughout the prison for his gentle spirit and deep faith.
That's remarkable. It reminds me of Viktor Frankl's writings about finding meaning in suffering. Did he ever discover who actually committed the murder?
Yes, and here's the incredible part. Years later, a new prisoner named Makar Semyonich arrives, the actual murderer who framed him. Later, Aksionov discovers Makar digging an escape tunnel. He has this perfect opportunity for revenge, but he chooses not to report him.
That level of forgiveness seems almost superhuman. What impact did this act of mercy have?
It completely transforms Makar. He's so moved by this unexpected mercy that he confesses to the authorities. But here's what's most profound. When they come to tell Aksionov he's free to go, he says he doesn't want to leave anymore.
Well, that's unexpected. Why would someone choose to stay in prison after being exonerated?
You know, research on long-term prisoners shows that many develop complex relationships with confinement. In Aksionov's case, it seems he found something more valuable than physical freedom, a kind of spiritual liberation that transcended his circumstances.
That's fascinating because it challenges everything we assume about freedom and imprisonment. How do you think this perspective applies to modern justice systems?
Well, when you look at countries with the highest rates of prisoner rehabilitation, like Norway, they focus on this same principle, that true reformation comes from internal transformation, not just external punishment. Aksionov's story was ahead of its time in understanding this.
The ripple effects of his choice are remarkable too. How his forgiveness actually catalyzed Makar's confession and transformation.
Exactly. And modern psychological studies back this up, showing how forgiveness can have profound healing effects not just on the forgiver, but on entire communities. It's like dropping a stone in a pond. The ripples keep expanding outward.
So, what you're saying is that sometimes the prison isn't the physical walls around us, but the walls we build in our own hearts.
That's precisely it. And perhaps that's the ultimate message here. While we can't always control our circumstances, we have this incredible power to choose how we respond to them. Sometimes the most powerful response isn't fighting back or seeking revenge, but finding a different kind of freedom altogether.
You've given me a lot to think about regarding justice, freedom, and the power of forgiveness.
And isn't that what makes this story so relevant today? In a world where we're quick to seek revenge or demand immediate justice, maybe we need to consider that true freedom might look very different from what we initially imagine.